My fiancé declared, "Cancel the wedding. I found someone superior." I replied, "It's already canceled." What I didn't mention was that I'd been plotting my departure for months when she uncovered where her hidden savings account funds had truly vanished. I, 29 male, am in my bare apartment at the moment. Boxes stacked, lease expiring tomorrow. Feels bizarre writing this, but I have to share with somebody. 6 hours back, my fiancée, Natalie, 27, pulled me aside for the discussion. Wedding was slated for 8 weeks from now. She wore the gown I gifted her for her birthday, hairstyled as if heading out for something fancy. Should have been my initial hint. "We need to call off the wedding," she said, avoiding my gaze. "I've met someone better." The statement landed precisely as I'd anticipated. See, I'd been gearing up for this instant for 3 months. 3 months of awareness, but silence. 3 months of strategizing while she assumed she was outsmarting me. "It's already done," I said. Her head jerked up. "What?" "I canceled it all last week. Venue, catering, photographer, recovered most deposits too." The expression on her face total bewilderment. In her head, this was her grand theatrical reveal. She'd deliver the shock I'd plead. She'd exit feeling triumphant. Instead, I stayed composed, prepared. How did you? "No, Natalie. You've been out till 3 a.m. for months. You switched your phone password. You conceal your screen when texting. I'm not an idiot." She attempted to regroup. "Well, fine. Makes this simpler. I'll collect my belongings in... Your belongings are in the garage. 3 boxes. Labeled another shocked glance. You packed my things? Tuesday. While you were at your book club. Air quotes. Petty? Perhaps. Gratifying? Absolutely. Here's what Natalie was unaware of. I learned about Garrett, 31, her colleague, 3 months prior. Not via prying. She simply left her iPad open to her messages on the kitchen counter. Saw sufficient to grasp the situation. Rather than confronting her, I got tactical. Initial move? Consulted a lawyer. We weren't wed yet, but cohabiting for 2 years. Wanted clarity on my rights, her rights, what I could or couldn't do. Discovered some fascinating details about our setup. See, we'd been stashing cash for the wedding and a home. Had a setup where each contributed to individual savings accounts. She demanded separate, not combined. Warning sign, I overlooked. She managed hers. I managed mine. We planned to merge them post-wedding. What Natalie didn't grasp was her covert savings account. The one she figured I didn't know about. Wasn't as covert as she believed. Months earlier, she'd requested my help setting up online banking. I observed her create the login, noted her typical password habit. Never utilized that info. Until 3 months ago. When I reviewed it, yes, I know, ethically questionable, I discovered she'd been shifting funds from our wedding savings to this covert one. Roughly $200 monthly. Balance hovered around $4,800. But here's the twist. The account remained tied to her outdated checking from college. An account her parents had co-signed. An account that, thanks to sloppy banking, still listed her dad Theodore as a joint holder. Theodore, who loathes cheaters after his first wife ditched him for another. Theodore, whom I'd bonded with over the years. Theodore, whom I'd lunched with last month, casually noting his daughter seemed remote lately. "I'm withdrawing my share from the wedding account," Natalie said, attempting to seize control. "All of it." "Sure, your portions are yours." I pulled out my phone, displayed the banking app. "Already shifted your $3,600 to your checking this morning." "That's it." "What about the rest?" "What rest?" "That's precisely what you contributed. I have the records." She paled. Began mental calculations. See, she'd claimed she was adding $500 monthly, but only deposited $300. The other $200 went to her covert fund. In her view, she had at least $10,000 across both. Reality? About $8,400 total. This isn't correct. I saved more. No, you claimed you were saving more. Huge gap. She rose, furious now. Fine. Whatever. Garrett earns 3 times your salary anyway. Garrett, finally named. The marketing exec who'd been promising her the stars, whining and dining her on his expense tab, gifting jewelry she had to conceal, making her feel she was upgrading. Good for Garrett, I said. Hope he's fine with your spending patterns. What's that mean? I shrugged. Nothing. Just that you dropped $400 on a handbag last week while claiming we needed to trim wedding costs. Fascinating priorities. She snatched her phone, began texting frantically. Likely Garrett, summoning him to fetch her. Oh, I added casually. About your savings? The hidden one? Might want to check that. She froze. How do you... Natalie, you used your birthday for the password after switching from your dog's name, which you also used for your laptop. You're not precisely a genius. She launched her banking app. I watched her expression shift as she viewed the balance. What did you do? Me? Nothing. Your dad, though? He noticed odd activity on an account he co-owns, as his right. Relocated the funds to safeguard them. You should phone him. The following 20 minutes were stunning disarray. She dialed her father, yelling about theft, insisting on her money back. I could hear Theodore's steady voice through the speaker. Natasha shared some intriguing details about Garrett. About how you've been acting. That cash was for your wedding, not your fling. It's in a fixed deposit now. You can access it when you truly wed to someone who isn't already wed. Oh yeah. That was the other revelation. Garrett? Wed with 2 children. Natalie didn't know until Theodore just informed her. Theodore's golf pal works at Garrett's firm. Tiny world. She ended the call, glared at me with raw loathing. You spiteful bastard. Spiteful? Natalie, you were scheming to humiliate me. You sent out wedding invites while selecting outfits for dates with another guy. I'm merely shielding myself. I'll sue you. And my father... You can't. Your father can totally manage an account he co-owns. I never touched your funds. And that $3,600, that's every cent you added to our wedding fund. What exactly are you suing over? She phoned Garrett, accidentally on speaker. His irritated voice echoed. Nat, I told you not to call my work line. Look, about tonight, something arose, family matter. Can we reschedule? Reschedule? I just ditched Ryan. I need you to come pick me up. Long silence. Ditched him? What do you mean? I informed him about us. As we planned. We didn't plan anything. Christ, Natalie, I have to go. Click. The expression on her face. Reality slamming like a locomotive. No fiancé, no contingency plan, no covert savings, no housing, lease solely in my name. She made more calls. Pals suddenly occupied. Her sister, who couldn't handle your chaos right now, finally summoned an Uber to her mom's. As she waited, hauling her boxes to the door, she glanced back once more. I hope you're pleased. You've wrecked everything. No, Natalie. You wrecked everything. I just refuse to let you wreck me too. The Uber arrived. She departed without another word. I'm relocating tomorrow. Already secured a role in another city. New beginning. The apartment's vacant save for my items. All boxed and set. 3 months of feigning normalcy while observing her deceive me face to face. 3 months of meticulous preparation. 3 months of allowing her to believe she held the reins, worth every instant. Update 1. Damn, the arrogance is beyond measure. So I'm in my new city, crashing at an extended stay hotel while scouting apartments. Blocked Natalie everywhere before departing, but she knows my email. Woke to 19 messages. 19 began with fury. You're a psychopath who schemes like this. Shifted to negotiation. Can we discuss? I erred, but we can fix this. ended with warnings. I know your workplace now. I'll tell them your character. That last one amused me. She assumes she knows my job from spotting my LinkedIn update. What she doesn't know, I haven't begun yet. Don't start for 2 more weeks. Also, my new firm specifically recruited me. Doubt they'll mind X-drama. But the emails weren't the highlight. No, the highlight was the text from Theodore. Theodore, Ryan, hope you're adjusting well. Figured you should know Natalie tried accessing the fixed deposit. Bank flagged it as possible fraud since she's unauthorized. Had to lock all my accounts now. Also, she's claiming you turned me against her. My daughter, who deceived for months, accuses manipulation. The irony. Then he forwarded a screenshot of a text she sent him. Dad, you must return my money. Ryan poisoned you against me. Garrett was merely a pal, nothing occurred. I need that cash for new housing. This is monetary abuse. Theodore's reply, the only abuse I see is of trust others gave you. The funds remain. But wait, it escalates. Yesterday, a call from the wedding venue. Recall how I said I canceled it all? The venue offers a solid cancellation policy. Full refund if canceled 6+ weeks prior. Recovered our $3,000 deposit. Here's where Natalie botched it. When booking, she demanded to be primary contact to oversee planning. Fine by me. But when I canceled, I did it via phone, saying I was calling for the couple. They processed it, emailed confirmation to the on-file address, hers. She apparently ignored that email for days, only learned when she phoned the venue to reschedule for her and Garrett. The nerve. They informed her the booking was voided and refunded. She demanded the refund's whereabouts. To the card that paid the deposit, my card, to another email. That venue cash is half mine. You stole from me. I forwarded that to my attorney pal. Not formally hired, just a college buddy. He chuckled. She wants half a canceled wedding venue for a wedding she terminated? Good luck. But the true gem came this morning. Recall Garrett? Mr. Triple my salary marketing chief? I know someone adjacent to his firm. They shared intriguing info. Garrett's on administrative leave. Evidently, using your company card for dates with your side chick is frowned upon. Especially when your wife's divorce attorney subpoenas the records. Yeah, his spouse learned. Unsure if Natalie's calls to his work line or what, but she learned. And she's not messing around. So Natalie's grand scheme of upgrading left her with lost her fiancé, me, lost her home, lost her hidden savings, lost her side guy, burned ties with pals weary of her turmoil, infuriated her father who controls the sole funds she thought she had, and now Garrett's likely losing his role and half his wealth in divorce. Meanwhile, I'm here with my complete wedding fund, minus her portions I refunded. Venue refund, new beginning in a new city, role paying 40% more than my previous, serenity. The arrogance, though. She truly believed she could swing from me to Garrett while retaining me as safety net. Truly believed her covert savings made her shrewd. Truly believed no repercussions. My top email from her? You don't grasp what you've caused. I was set to have it all. Yeah, Natalie, you were. And you discarded it for a wed man who merely used you. More notes as the madness persists. Because something says she's not finished. Update 2. The meltdown has, wait, no, this isn't that. This is raw, unfiltered arrogance clashing with reality and losing miserably. So recall how Natalie figured she was getting it all? Well, she's been active. Desperately, frantically active. First, she pursued the monetary route. Hired a lawyer. A real lawyer. Except what do you hire a lawyer for when unmarried, childless, and asset-free? She aimed to sue for one. Mental harm from me nixing the wedding. 2. Her portion of the venue refund. 3. The pilfered savings account cash. 4. Lost earnings from relocating to her mom's. Her lawyer lasted 1 meeting. Likely told her no case. I know this because Theodore texted me. She requested I fund a lawyer to sue you and me. I suggested she use her cash. She ended the call. Next, she roped in our shared pals, began phoning wedding invitees, weaving this pity tale about how I'd financially mistreated her and cornered her into infidelity. Yeah, she actually claimed I drove her to cheat by being emotionally distant. Issue? Our pals aren't fools. Her top pal, Jess, phoned me. Did Natalie truly claim you compelled her to date Garrett? Because she told me 3 months back she was smitten with him and plotting to ditch you post-wedding to snag gifts first. Post. The wedding. For gifts. I sent Jess a thank you note for sparing me that horror. But here's where it truly shines. Natalie figured if she couldn't extract cash from me or her dad, she'd get it from Garrett. Began hounding him, phoning his office. The line he warned her against. Appearing at his workplace, insisting he owned ruining her existence. Security escorted her out. Twice. Garrett, scrambling to salvage his marriage and career, did the sole option available. He scapegoated Natalie. Informed his wife Natalie chased him relentlessly, that she ignored rejection, that he aimed to stay professional, but she misinterpreted cues. Total nonsense, but his wife wanted to buy it. So now Natalie's receiving legal notices from all sides. Garrett's divorce attorney, cease and desist for reaching their client. His firm's HR official no trespass alert. She emailed me about this too. See what you've triggered. Garrett's wife is threatening me with a no-contact order. This is your doing. My doing. Her affair partner's wife wanting her gone is my doing. But the summit of arrogance hit yesterday. A call from my former apartment building. The kind manager, Rosa, who always recalled my name. Mr. Ryan, apologies for disturbing you, but we have an issue. Ms. Natalie's here demanding entry to your old unit. Claims she has items there. Rosa, I vacated 4 days ago. Handed over keys. Did the inspection with you. The unit's empty. I know, sir. I explained that. She insists you concealed her grandmother's ring somewhere inside. Her grandmother's ring. The woman never met her grandmother's. Both passed before her birth. She was attempting to claim I held some heirloom to gain access to... What? An empty unit? Rosa, there's no ring. She's fabricating. Please don't allow her in. Oh, I won't. But sir, she's causing a commotion. Should I summon police? I could hear Natalie yelling in the background about theft, heirlooms, legal entitlements. If she doesn't depart, yes. 10 minutes later, Rosa texted. Police arrived. She left. Very upset. Apologies for the hassle. Later learned from Jess what the ringtail was about. Natalie believed I might have left something valuable behind by error, perhaps stashed cash or overlooked forwarding address for financial papers. She fabricated the grandmother's ring to try accessing the apartment she observed me clear entirely, the apartment where she boxed her own items, that apartment. She's now claiming I pilfered her invaluable family heirloom and police are probing. The police who just ejected her from private premises for trespassing. Theodore texted me again last evening. She requested I state her grandmother's ring is worth $50,000 to file an insurance claim. I reminded her both grandmothers were interred with their rings. She labeled me a family betrayer. The delusion persists. Meanwhile, I began my new role this week. Adore it. Strong team, higher pay, genuine advancement. Located a pleasant apartment downtown. Life's excellent. Natalie's with her mom, jobless, resigned anticipating Garrett's support, banned from Garrett's workplace, branded a homewrecker in her social sphere, and fabricating phantom heirlooms to wring cash from anywhere possible. The arrogance is staggering. She truly can't grasp that her decisions yielded repercussions. In her view, she was meant to depart me for Garrett, retain the funds, claim the presents, live the dream. Instead, she got precisely what she merited. Zilch. Still receiving daily emails. Still ignoring them. My attorney pal advises keeping them for records if she intensifies. Something suggests we're not through yet. Final update. Time for the closing update, and wow, did Natalie deliver a spectacular finale. 3 weeks ago, the emails ceased, just halted. After weeks of daily tirades, allegations, and warnings, abruptly nothing. I should have realized she was scheming something. My pal Keith, still in my old city, phoned me last week. Dude, did you know Natalie's been claiming you perished? I'm sorry. What? Yeah, man. She's sharing everywhere on social media about losing her soulmate in a tragic mishap, soliciting sympathy donations and all. Donations? This woman was mock-grieving me for cash. Keith sent screenshots, sepia photos of us from happier times, ironically. Lengthy posts about sorrow and recovery. A GoFundMe for burial costs and mourning time. She'd collected $3,200. But here's where Natalie erred critically. She overlooked that social media is communal. Donors began querying. What occurred? Where's the obituary? When's the service? Her replies kept varying. Car crash. No. Occupational accident. Actually, abrupt ailment. The service was intimate. No, postponed. Actually, cremation sans ceremony. My ex-colleague Pablo, bless him, opted to challenge her publicly. That's odd, because Ryan just endorsed me on LinkedIn yesterday. The remarks detonated, folks realizing I was very much alive, insisting on refunds, threatening fraud reports. Natalie attempted harm mitigation. It's metaphorical. He's dead to me. You all misconstrued. No one accepted it. But wait, there's more. Theodore phoned me, chuckling so hard he could scarcely speak. Ryan, you'll never credit this. She requested I verify you died so she could claim your life insurance. What life insurance? Precisely. She figured since engaged, she'd auto-be your beneficiary. I had to clarify that's not how it functions. The GoFundMe shut down. She refunded everyone. Several reported her to authorities for fraud, unsure if charges followed, but the public shaming was total. Then the ultimate frantic gambit. Recall how I noted I'd been quite tactical about this? Well, one action was documenting all. Every deceit, every text confessing the affair, every mad email. I never shared it publicly. Just retained it for self-protection. Natalie somehow persuaded herself I must be plotting to reveal her and resolved to preempt me. She built a website, mytruthaboutryan.com, not sharing, it's vanished anyway. On this site, she shared what she termed proof of my mistreatment. Screenshots of me saying okay when she claimed late nights, evidence I was domineering. Or bank records showing I earned more, proof I was financially oppressing her. Photos of her boxes in the garage, proof I evicted her. She dispatched the link to all, my pals, family, ex-co-workers, even tried locating my new firm. One minor flaw. She included screenshots of her own texts to Garrett, where she dubbed me pathetic and said she was merely using him till Superior arrived, where she confessed fabricating wedding fund inputs, where she mocked me not knowing. She literally self-exposed. My top reply came from Aunt Martha. Sweetheart, this site paints you as the antagonist, not him. The site endured 72 hours before she erased it. But the web is eternal, and many snagged screenshots. The consequences. Natalie's now utterly toxic in our prior social sphere. The mock death fundraiser was the ultimate blow for all. Even Jess, who aimed neutral, severed her. Garrett's divorce concluded, he lost his role and pays hefty alimony. His ex-spouse actually messaged me on Facebook. Thanks for removing that leech from my husband. She ultimately aided me long-term. Theodore disowned her, not formally but effectively, stated she's solo till she grasps truth. That fixed deposit? He donated it to a charity aiding struggling single mothers, folks who truly require aid. Natalie's mom ousted her after police arrived over fraud claims. Latest rumor, she's sofa surfing and employed at a mall cell phone booth. As for me, life's superb. Adore the new role, new city, new apartment. Began dating someone, proceeding gradually, But she's incredible, truthful, self-reliant, has her own ambitions. Funny aspect of repercussions. Natalie devoted so much effort evading them, scheming around them, that she forged worse ones for herself. If she'd merely parted honestly, she'd have her $3,600, her pride, and likely a fresh romance. Instead, she attempted to manipulate all and ended up manipulating solely herself. I'm finished pondering her, finished scanning for emails, finished caring what she does next. She's penniless, isolated, and notorious for staging my death for cash. That's not vengeance. That's merely the organic outcome of her decisions. Thanks for tracking this chaotic journey. Heading to erase this account and advance with my life. A vastly superior life than I'd ever have shared with her. Recall, when someone reveals their nature, trust it. And when they aim to sabotage you, ensure you're already 3 moves ahead. Farewell.